So this is Gamma Scout. These are the buttons in the Gamma Scout, and this is the selector switch. Like if you see here, it is written beta plus gamma. Here it is written gamma, and here it is written alpha plus beta plus gamma. It means like, because as Gamma Scout works on a GM tube concept, wherein the GM tube, whatever radiation which comes inside the GM tube there is some gas, and when the electrons of the radiation, electrons in the radiation, uh, when they hit the atoms inside the gas, there is a charge generated, and there is a wire inside this GM tube. Okay, I will show you the GM tube. This is the GM tube. So when the radiation comes from this side, and like it enters inside the gas, in the inert atmosphere inside the gas, and the electrons in the radiation, it hits the atoms, so there is a charge generated. This charge is being read by the cable wire inside, and it generates a pulse in the PCB inside, and this pulse is through a formula gets converted into microsieverts per hour. So microsieverts per hour is the microsieverts per hour, that is the measurement unit for the gamma radiation. So like if we like select the switch on alpha plus beta plus gamma, the GM tube gets exposed. This is because like alpha radiation is a very short distance radiation. I'm going to say it can travel only for, might be 1 to 2 centimeter or 5 centimeter, and it can easily be stopped even by a small paper. So that is the reason GM tube is open. So if you bring it this instrument near to an alpha source, then only it can read, because the GM tube is in direct exposure to the alpha rays. Now if I just want to measure the beta rays, so I will select this switch to this side. Now you see a small aluminium foil is like there is a foil between the GM tube and the source. I'm just whatever source you will be reading. So this particular aluminium foil is there because because of this aluminium foil, the alpha particles will get stopped, while the beta particles won't. See, this is the foil. Let me show you. See. So you just see like this. This one is a small foil. So this foil can stop the alpha particles but not the beta particles, because the beta particles can travel up to 1 to 2 meters, and these can only be stopped, I mean to say, if they penetrate your skin. It can penetrate the first layer of the skin, but they can be stopped by the second layer of the skin, or might be by some cloth, heavy cloth, might be a jacket or something. So that is the reason I meant to say, when you are reading only the beta ray, there's a small foil comes inside. So you select the switch like this, and if you select the switch to in between, which is gamma ray, so now there is a aluminium plate of 5 thickness comes in between. This plate comes so that this beta particle, alpha beta, both can be obstructed, and only the GM tube can measure the gamma rays. Since gamma rays are the most dangerous, and they can travel in kilometers, and they can't even be stopped by, might be 0.5 meter or 1 meter thick lead plate. So that is the reason I'm to say we always keep this switch in between when we want to measure the gamma rays. Also, we keep this switch in between so that the GM tube, I'm to say that that is protected by this plate. So tomorrow, if you just I'm to say no one puts inside anything sharp inside, because if the glass of the GM tube breaks, the inert atmosphere inside that will be exposed, and the GM tube will get redundant. and this meter, I'm going to say, then you have to change the GM tube. So we always say that you should like, because in foundries or in maximum industries only the gamma rays is the most potent which is to read. So you always keep this letter switch in between. Now we come to these buttons. This is an alert model. I mean to say, this is an alert model means that it will give like if the radiation exceeds a certain range, it will give beeps. So it will give sounds to alert the user that the radiation has overreached. Now in these instruments, like in these buttons, this is the button which gives an average of the last 24 hours of radiation to which this GM tube is exposed. So like right now it is 0.143 microsievert, which is the background, 0.126 to 0.143, which is the background here. Now if I press this, it gives 0.211. So 0.211 is the average of last 24 hours of the background radiation level. Okay, now this button, the first button, which shows a small clock, this when you press this, it gives you the date. I'm going to say it gives you the time 15:29. It's right now 3:29 p.m. So it is giving you 15:29. If you press it again, it will give you the date and the month, 9th October. Then if you press it again, okay, now if you have to come, it is showing just the time and the date. If you want to change the time and the date, you have to press this or this button to change the time. An example, like, okay, first you have to press this enter button. So now this under the time is the hour is flashing. Now you can change it, might be like this or this. Similarly, if you want to change the minute, you again press this enter button, and you can press like up button or the down button, and you press another down. This is showing the seconds button. Okay, now if I want to change the date again, I will press this enter, and if I want to change the month, I again press this enter, and if I again press this enter, this is the year 2017. So I don't want to change it. So to come out of any menu, you have to just press this button always. This is the button to come out of any kind of a menu of any of these buttons. This and this button are basically to check, to go into the menu, or to change the settings, and this is the enter button to save the setting. Now like this button shows the voltage of the cell inside, which is 3.6 volt at present. In Gamma Scout, the cell which is being used, it is a very special cell which is basically soldered to the PCB. This is being soldered so that it uses, I'm going to say, very less amount of current is used, which is in microamps. And secondly, the endpoints of the connectors, the connection points of the cell, they don't have that rust or something inside, rust developed in them because of no use. So the cell inside it is basically soldered so that it uses a very small amount of current to operate this. So this, whenever it comes to 2.8 volt, at that time it means that you have to change the cell, because the lowest voltage is 2.8 volt, the maximum is up to 3.8 volt. So right now it is at 3.61. If you again press this cell button, it gives you this is showing on. It means the beep sound is on whenever the device will reach a level which is already been fed into this Gamma Scout. I want to say, like right now in this Gamma Scout, I don't know what level they had fed, but if it is 5 microsieverts per hour, so if you came near a gamma source and the reading goes beyond 5 microsieverts per hour, it will give a beep sound. If you don't want the beep sound, you can just press might be this, See, now it is off. If you again want to on it, you just press this. Now it is on. Uh, see, it is on. So by pressing the enter, you just switch it to off or on. Also, one more thing is that if you keep a very low level, might be zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2 microsieverts per hour, and you switch the button on, it will consume the battery fast. So it might be that after every 1 year or 1.5 years, you have to change the battery. So now we will come out of this menu. Okay. Now this button is basically I'm going to say for setting the log. I'm going to say after how many seconds or minute or days it should take a reading, like this. Okay, right now it is being set at 10 minutes. Like after every 10 minutes from the date it has been dispatched from the factory till now, from it is after every 10 minutes it is taking a reading. You can might be increase or decrease this by pressing this. It can go to like, okay, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 second, 10 second. Del means to delete the record, to delete the log inside, and the maximum is 7 days. So maximum is the 7 days log, and the minimum is 10 seconds, which can be done. Though 10 seconds is very low, so we had selected 10 minutes, so that it can also save the internal memory. The internal memory is of 32,000 readings. So if I say 32,000 readings, it will give somewhere around, I will believe, not sure, I have to check. I think after for if we set it every 10 minutes, might be some 3 months of readings it will take, somewhere around. Okay, here it is written, here in the manual it is written like if I set the display at 10 minutes, logging interval of 10 minutes, it has a storage capacity of 7.3 months. If I set it at 5 minutes, it has a storage capacity of 3.7 minutes. At 10 seconds, it has a storage capacity of 3 days only. While at 7 days, 1 week, it has a storage capacity of more than 615 years, which no one had seen. Like, okay, so I just press 10 minutes. If I press this again, now this is showing the limit we had set in this, which is 5 microsievert per hour, above which it will give a beep sound, an alarm sound. So you can always decrease it by, I'm just like this, you can always decrease it if you want. Also, whenever the radiation reaches above the set unit, it will just flash this unit. It will give a beep sound, as well as it will give like this symbol also. Okay, so here we are setting it at 4 microsieverts per hour. You just press enter. Okay, now it is going back. Okay, this CPS and these two are basically used whenever if you I'm gonna say if you want to measure in dose, in pulse rates, I would say. Though this is normally not required, it is normally required in search. We can explain these two units in a later video. So this is what we have, a gamma scout, and I can also show you I'm to say, okay, this is the cable which comes with it. So this is a USB cable which goes into the computer, and this thing, it goes in this. I'm to say, you just take out this portion, and there's a small okay, I will just show you. There's a USB where this goes in, but I will show you this just. So we've taken this out, and see, this is like this. So we just we take this out. Okay, so we've taken this out. Now we will put, I'm going to connect this portion. Okay, and we connect this USB to the laptop, and we press. Okay, no, first we have to, because in my computer this is this Gamma Scout is not being loaded. So we'll just load this.
नहीं नहीं इससे लेट ना इसको कनेक्ट करा आ जाएगा इससे इसको कनेक्ट कर दे आता है इससे डायरेक्ट इसको डाउनलोड